Go ahead and start tapping, and we'll start clearing stuff out already. Um, it reminds me of back in 2008, and a lot of people talking about how their savings and stocks had deteriorated, um, and I was totally calm back then. Not so much because I was tapping, but because in 2008 I had no stock portfolio or savings to speak of. Did have a house that was suddenly worth half what I'd paid for, but that has come back, and things do come back, and it's an abundant world. But it's very easy for us to get into this mindset and see, oh my God, banks are shutting down, even though these are not the banks that you probably have your money in. These are very specialized banks that were not being as prudent as they needed to be. So allowing yourself to just be aware of, the fact that it's still a very abundant universe, and we want to get into that mindset. So let's go ahead and rock and roll here. So as we always do on my calls, let's start by closing our eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. Just following your breath through your body, just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. So you're checking in with how you're doing at the moment. Rating yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 in this case. So 10 in this case would be magnificent, so it's a positive scale. And don't judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allow yourself to be aware of where you feel discomfort, anxiety, fear, doubt, whatever it might feel like. Allow yourself to be aware of where you feel that in your body. Allow yourself to be aware of how much of that might be around finances. Whether you've already seen a tangible financial harm in your life, or it's just the worry that things are going to get worse, or that it's going to affect you in a worse way somehow. Just allow yourself to be aware of that. Notice what thoughts, beliefs, and memories might come up as to why you should feel this anxiety, why you need to, how you might believe it's helpful. So again, just allowing yourself to be aware of, rate this time now with what we call a negative scale. Go ahead and rate on a scale of 0 to 10 how intense any doubt, fear, or anxiety might be. Notice where in your body you're feeling that. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. And of course, taking full responsibility for your own well-being. Even though I feel this financial fear, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I might be feeling some financial fear, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I might be feeling some financial fear, or at least not as much financial joy as I'd like, even though I've got this stuff going on inside, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Maybe anyone else who might be involved. all this financial fear, all this financial anxiety, all this fear about my financial future, all this fear that there's so much bad stuff going on and I'm not going to be able to manage it. I'm not sure how I'm going to survive it. Or at least I doubt that I'm going to thrive in it. All this anxiety, all this worry. And I choose to process that. Processing that all the way back through my past. Back through all the times in my life that I've experienced financial fear, or I've seen other people experience it. And I learned to be afraid. And it begs the question, did that ever really help anybody? Did I ever manifest more money by feeling anxiety? Part of me might say, well, when I feel really stressed about money, I take this subject more seriously. I manage my money much better. And maybe I get motivated so that I make more money. Maybe I kind of get lazy and sit on my butt until financial fear kicks in and motivates me. All this belief that I need to be motivated by fear. And so I need to feel this fear now. I may not be able to fix the global economy, but at least I can mobilize myself to manage my money better. Which begs the question, why don't I take money more seriously all of the time? If I didn't have to wait for fear to motivate me, I might be in a better financial situation right now. Not to blame or shame myself. I just choose to clear any blocks so that moving forward, I make better choices. My financial situation may feel threatened by recent circumstances, but for the most part, my financial situation is created by my financial choices. And I'm setting myself free to make much better financial choices. I choose to be open to the possibility that one of the choices that I could make is to feel more positive about money. Even with stuff that's going on, I'm allowing myself to process this fear, clearing as much of this fear as I can, clearing it from every fiber of my being. Fear isn't going to make me more money. It's not going to prop up the global economy. And I no longer need it to motivate me. So it's safe to let it go. Clearing the financial anxiety. Because it's an abundant universe. There's more where that came from. And I have always had at least enough money. Even though I might sometimes tell myself, I don't have enough money. I have never had enough money. And yet here I am. So I've had at least enough resources to survive. If I'm still surviving, maybe with some difficulty, but if I'm still here to tap, that means I've always found at least enough. And I choose to have faith that at least enough will continue to show up. Some way, somehow. Because it always has. Right now, during the winter, the trees have lost their leaves. But I don't fear that those leaves will never grow back. Spring's right around the corner. Things come back. And I can handle this. I've handled difficulties in the past. I have handled every difficulty in the past. Maybe not always as gracefully as I would have liked. But I handled it. The proof being that I'm still here. I've handled past financial challenges. The proof being that I am still here. I am worthy and deserving of more faith in myself. Even if I don't have a ton of faith in economists or any of the other people who seem to be in charge, I always find a way through. So I'm allowing myself to clear whatever fear I can. Allowing myself to feel more calm. Looking at stuff going on and saying, this too shall pass. We will weather this storm. It's okay for me to feel peace and hope. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. All right. So go ahead and actually close your eyes for a moment and check in with yourself and just allow yourself to be aware of what you're feeling. So thinking about where that financial fear might have been in your body and on a scale of 0 to 10, how strong it was, and just see if there's any shift there, any shift in your thoughts. And go ahead and share in the comments what might be going on for you. Just checking through the comments. People from all over: Portugal, South Africa, Montreal, Nevada City, just up the road from me. I'll be getting close there. I'll be doing an event in Loomis tomorrow, which is sort of on the way to Nevada City. Feeling more calm. Stupid court email. Okay. So Ernest, yeah, wondering what to do next, and that's the thing is, and this is why I really wanted to do this. Uh, I was just thinking about there have been different times over especially over the last several years, where it's like something's going on in the world. It's like, okay, we need to do some live tapping, because when we're looking at what to do next, we don't want to be going from fight or flight brain. We want to be thinking from our prefrontal cortex, which is what gets shut down when we're feeling anxious. So that's as we tap, and it's so great that we're tapping collectively around the world. We calm down that fight or flight. We get more into our rational mind, and the ideas that for what to do next start to come up. So let's see. Okay. Okay. All right, everybody, go ahead and close your eyes. I think I know where to go with this next. Go ahead and close your eyes, take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Just follow your breath through your body. And hopefully feeling at least a little bit more calm, a little bit more open to possibility. Allow yourself to be aware of the concerns of, I don't know what to do next. I don't know if I have what it takes. Just allow yourself to be aware of how much doubt, self-doubt there might be about your ability to manage this, about your ability to find the money that you need and want. First find the money that we need, and then ideally finding the money that we want, because you are worthy and deserving of abundance. So that's coming from Hunter about feeling stuck and not feeling like you can't move forward. So just that feeling of feeling stuck, like you can't move forward, like you don't know what to do. And let's do this. So still with your eyes closed and being aware of what's going on inside, feeling the discomfort you might have, I want you to imagine having the amount of money that you want to have. So thinking about, if you're looking at what would be a good amount of money to make this year, your mind might jump to saying, I want to have $500 billion. And unless that's, a reasonable expectation, don't put that there, only because your mind can't process that. If that's, for most of us, our minds can't process that, and so it doesn't allow us to really work with it. So thinking about something that's like, yes, this is it may be a stretch, but doable. And allow yourself to think about having that amount of money, and say, it's safe for me to have this much money. Let that rattle around and notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how strong that feels, or how strong it doesn't feel. For many of us, we say we want to make money, and when we allow ourselves to get in touch with it, it feels like, on a scale of 0 to 10, how safe is it to have that much money? Oh, a 2. Well, now you know why you're not making that much money, because your mind is protecting you from something that doesn't feel safe. Say, it's okay for me to have this much money. And notice what thoughts or feelings might come up about why it might not be okay. Who might be jealous? What challenges might it bring? Say, I deserve this much money. Notice what that feels like. Because if your mind has reasons for why it's not safe to make this amount of money, or it's not okay, or you don't deserve it, then it's not going to let you figure out the ways to make that much money. It is brilliantly protecting you from having more than you feel you deserve, or more than you feel is safe or appropriate. So, as you may have heard me say before, self-sabotage is simply misguided self-love. And one of the ways we sabotage ourselves is by blocking ourselves from having the ideas about how to make money, or blocking ourselves from taking action on the ideas that we might have. It's like, oh, yes, that could make money, and I'll get around to it at some point, or whatever it might be. And having compassion for yourself, because it's brilliant, based on the misguided belief that you shouldn't or couldn't have that much money. So let's go ahead and do some more tapping here. Cover up the comments because I get distracted by that. Be tapping, not typing right now. Even though I'm not sure what to do, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm not sure what to do, I choose to love and honor myself anyway. Even though I'm not sure what to do, I have this financial fear, and I know that I need and want more money, but I feel stuck. I'm not sure what to do, and I have a lot of doubt about whether I can do it. And even though I'm not sure what to do, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, and maybe anyone else who might contribute to these fears. I don't know what to do. I know what the problem is. I don't have all the money that I want. I'm not sure what the solution is. Well, I know the solution is to get more money. I just don't know how to do that. My bank account is evidence that I don't know how to do that. I have all this evidence telling me and telling the world at large, I don't know how to get more money. I know how to get enough. I'm allowing myself to remember that because we covered that in the first tapping round. I have somehow always manifested at least enough money. I understandably want more than just enough. But I'm just not sure how to do that. And maybe I'm trying and things just aren't working out for me. I choose to be open to the possibility that the extent to which I don't have the money I want might be the extent to which I'm resisting it. Even though I have fears about not having enough money, it's very likely that part of me fears having too much. And sometimes just a little bit more than enough feels like too much. So that's where I stop myself. I stop myself from taking actions that I know I could take. I can even stop things from working out. Or I just stop myself from even knowing what to do. Sometimes I just feel clueless about how to get more money. I could Google that. There are millions of ways to make more money. And part of me insists on not knowing what to do. Not because I am bad or stupid. Not because I am weak or lazy. But because part of me says it wouldn't be safe to know what to do. I might try and fail. And I'd have to feel disappointment and shame. Or I might succeed. And I'd have to move out of my comfort zone. As uncomfortable as my money situation might be, it is familiar. And that makes it comfortable to part of me. I choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that have been keeping me financially stuck, believing that that's protecting me. All these fears about having more money. All these reasons for not having more financial stability. All these reasons for not having financial success. So what might I be afraid of? Who in my life would be jealous? Who in my life would be angry? who in my life would show up with their hand out. What expectations would there be of me? I might have a lot of old programming telling me the less money I have, the fewer the expectations. And part of me prefers that. Again, not because I'm bad or stupid, but because I've been programmed by people who felt more comfortable with that. I may have been raised by people who justified their financial lack. They may have said it was more noble. Somehow they sold me on it. Like the old line, we're poor, but we're happy. That's fine, but I'd rather be rich and happy. And it's possible. Clearing all these old reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't succeed financially. These are the reasons that stop me. These are the reasons that keep me stuck in my current financial situation. These are the reasons that keep me from figuring out what to do, or keep things from working out. I may try really hard to do something, and it doesn't succeed the way I want it to. I choose to be open to the possibility that some part of me is saying, "You're welcome." You almost pushed us out of our comfort zone, but I stopped it. I really do choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that have kept me financially stuck, believing that that was necessary. And I may have all kinds of reasons about how it's not me at all. And I have these outside circumstances that make it impossible to thrive financially. I have what it takes to do what it takes. And my situation may be challenging, but it's not impossible. And there are probably other people in similar circumstances who have somehow made their way, and they are no more deserving than I am. I am a magnificent child of the universe, worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer. There is nothing that is too good for me. There is no amount of money that I am unworthy of. And maybe I say, I just haven't tried hard enough. And that's why I'm not deserving. I choose to clear that. I may not have tried harder because I doubted that I was deserving. And I choose to clear that misunderstanding. I may have gotten a lot of old messages about how I was not worthy and deserving of more, that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't smart enough, that I didn't come from the right kind of family, or that it was wrong to have more money. I was told a lot of misinformation by people who were doing the best they could with the misinformation they've been taught. I'm letting go of all that old crap. It is an abundant universe, and I'm equally deserving. And the financial situation will improve. It ebbs and flows. It's like turbulence or waves on the ocean. It may be bouncy and up and down, but the boats and planes keep moving forward. I choose to trust that I'm going to be fine. And then I can build on that and allow myself to be more than fine. It's okay for me to be more than fine. I deserve to be more than fine. It is safe for me to be more than fine. Allowing myself to feel really good about having more money. So that I think more clearly about money. The ways to have more money are out there. The ability to do it is in here. I've got what it takes to do what it takes. I just have to be willing to let it happen. Clearing my blocks of financial success. Clearing my blocks to financial peace. Clearing any old reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't thrive financially. And as I clear those blocks, I'm more open to ideas. Opportunities show up. And I have the freedom to act on them. Abundance is my birthright. There's plenty of evidence of that. I'm allowing myself to see that so that I feel more peace in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Go inside. And just notice what's going on in there. Say, it's okay for me to have more money. Yeah, Cassie, I'm afraid to be greedy or God will not like me. And folks, you can go ahead and put comments in here, and keep tapping as long as we're here. Why not? Yeah. So, and that begs the question: how much is greedy? Abundance is abundance, whether it's money or energy or anything else. So, if you stand outside at nighttime, you look up at the stars, do you have to say, oh, I shouldn't see all of the stars, I need to cover my eyes? Or looking at a tree, I shouldn't see all of the leaves. Standing at the beach, I shouldn't see the whole stretch of the ocean. Excuse me. How much is that line at which point it's greedy? And if God or creator, source, universe, however it is for anyone here, doesn't want you to experience that abundance, why is it there? Now, if you're taking it from someone in an unethical way, yes, we can frown on that. But if you're just partaking of the abundance that's there, particularly when you are doing it in a way that shares your gifts and talents, because here's why I love tapping on money issues. Here's why I love clearing money blocks for people, because great for people to have more money. That's fine and dandy. But for me, why I love doing this is because the best way for you to achieve financial success and abundance is through sharing your gifts and talents. And if you have a block to allowing more money, you're very likely going to block the extent to which you're sharing your gifts and talents. And that's not okay with me. That's what I'm here for. Is I'm here to, like I said, I've said before, I'm a gift unwrapper. And we keep our gifts wrapped up because we are afraid of being greedy or whatever it is. We're afraid of having more money. So as we clear those money blocks, we have greater freedom to share our gifts and talents. And that's why what I want for you and for the world is for you to share your gifts and talents more. So tapping that you're sorry for having money. Don't be sorry that you have money. If you're accumulating money in unethical ways and harming people, knock it off. You don't need to do that. That's an old belief. And Elizabeth, the fear that you won't be able to hold your boundaries, it's a tappable issue. Because here's the thing: is the abundance is there for them too. So keep tapping here. I truly believe that whatever is for your highest good will not come at the expense of someone else's highest good, and vice versa. So if it is not for your highest good to give somebody money at a certain time, it's not for their highest good either. It may be for their highest good for them to clear their blocks so that they find how to make money rather than relying on a handout. There are times where some of us are in situations where we do rely on the charity of others, but we don't want to be stuck in that place, because if they have gifts and talents to share, but they're withholding them and expecting to just get financial rewards while being stingy with their gifts and talents, that's not for anyone's highest good. So allowing yourself to recognize that setting your boundaries is not hurting them, it's helping them. When obviously we don't want to kid ourselves when we're looking at those things, but allow yourself to look at those boundaries. And there's a tap for that. I have a video on boundaries. Thank you, Barbara. Feel free to share them. Let's see. Now, Austin, the fear of wasting time. There are two kinds of moments in life. There are winning moments and there are learning moments or growing moments. So either we get it right or we learn something about how to get it right. So if we allow ourselves to learn in those moments, that becomes a win too. So we can actually think of it as win-win. It's I often like to quote, about Thomas Edison, about inventing the light bulb and 1,000 tries that didn't work. Were all those 1,000 tries a waste of time? How many of us would have that's why we know Thomas Edison by name, because he was the sort of person who kept trying. Most of us is like, we're good for 2 or 3 attempts. But 1,000, unimaginable, because we would be afraid that it's wasting time. And allowing yourself to go, okay, I'm going to try this and I'm going to learn something. So I show you. There are videos on self-doubt, but we'll combine that in. We'll do one more quick round, and then we're going to close out with guided imagery, because that's how I like to end my sessions. But since I played with this idea, I was talking to one of my teammates about the we were looking at the whole financial stuff going on and how everybody's feeling all this financial anxiety. It's like, oh, I should do a live about this. And then I looked at the calendar. It's like, it's St. Patrick's Day. It's a holiday. Who wants to do tapping on financial fear? It's like, oh, but if we tie in the whole pot of gold thing, then it kind of works. So let's do that. Since it's St. Patrick's Day, let's go into some tap into some pot of gold mentality. And with that pot of gold mentality, Karen, we're going to talk about the fear of losing it, because there's always more where that came from. There's always more where that came from. Just like the tree doesn't fear losing the leaves, because it always comes back, if we have the mindset to allow it to come back. Just for the fun of it. I choose to have a pot of gold mentality. I choose to love and accept myself. I trust green. Exactly. That's why I'm wearing green. If you're not wearing green, pinch yourself. I choose to have a pot of gold mentality. And I choose to love and honor myself. I choose to have a pot of gold mentality. And I choose to expect that it's a pot that can always be refilled. That there's always more where that came from. The sun is going to rise again tomorrow. And I can always get what I need. I choose to have a pot of gold mentality. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Maybe anyone else who might be involved. And maybe everybody else. Because I wish prosperity for them as well. Choose to have a pot of gold mentality. I choose to have prosperity consciousness. Part of me says it's hard to do. I have all this evidence of lack. If I narrow my focus, which I've been taught to do, I can also allow myself to see the evidence of abundance. I can look up at the sky. I can look at trees. I can look all around and see evidence of abundance. And right now, Every time I inhale, the universe gives me oxygen. And I have never said to myself, I'm afraid of taking a breath because what if I lose that oxygen? I could feel the same way about money. It comes in and it goes out. And I always get what I need. And there's always more where that came from. I don't usually worry about the levels of oxygen. I generally have faith that there will be enough. Oxygen is made of the same energy as money. There will always be enough abundance. I do have to inhale to get the oxygen. There are things I need to do to get the money. But it's there. And when money goes out, there's always more where that came from. So I don't need to worry about losing it. Maybe I've lost some in the past, but I'm still here. At least enough money came back. I allowed at least enough money. I choose to allow more. I choose to have that pot of gold mentality. When I take a breath, I'm not worried that I'm depriving somebody else. I could take a deep breath right now. And nobody else is having to breathe less. There's enough abundance for everyone. It's our beliefs about money that create lack. I choose to have prosperous beliefs about money. I'm allowing myself to have a pot of gold mentality. I'm allowing myself to experience more and more abundance. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. A third deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love, allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. The healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing. And allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose, allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards. 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Remembering that each and every time you hear me say the words deep sleep with your permission, and only with your permission, you allow yourself to return to this depth or even deeper, 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 quickly, soundly, deeply. And the physical body relaxes, and with that relaxation comes a wonderful sense of calm well-being of body and mind, deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some beautiful place. Some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. Yeah, allowing yourself to be someplace where you really see the evidence of abundance. Maybe that's looking up at a nighttime sky filled with stars. Maybe it's looking out at the ocean, looking at a forest and all the trees, looking up at the mountains, whatever it might be, someplace where you just allow yourself to recognize how truly abundant this planet is. And it's all energy. And we can block our view of abundance. You can cover your eyes, you can look away, and tell yourself why you couldn't or shouldn't experience that abundance. And you would therefore limit your experience of it. But give yourself permission to recognize it's your birthright. Take your hands away from your eyes and allow yourself to take it all in. Allow yourself to know it's the same with money. A lot of people covering their eyes and insisting that abundance isn't there, arguing for their reasons why they couldn't or shouldn't have more. Allow yourself, if that's you, to take your hands away from your eyes. And just like all these other abundant things, the ocean, the trees, the mountains, you may have to go someplace to see them. You don't expect to be sitting in your living room and sitting on the couch and say, well, if abundance is true, then it'll just show up right here for me. Kind of get your butt down to the beach or out to the woods. Same with money. There are things you need to do, but it's there for you. Just like oxygen. You know it's there, but you inhale to get it. And part of you knows you're worthy and deserving of that. Take a really big, deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. And allow yourself to be aware that just now, in this moment, you asked the universe for more, and the universe said yes. It didn't just give you the same amount that you usually get with shallow breaths. I know sometimes, if because of illness, sometimes it may be harder to take a breath. But you're always getting at least what you need. If you're still here hearing my voice, you are allowing yourself at least as much as you need. Allow yourself to know that it's okay to allow more. And allowing yourself to trust that there's at least enough. And there's always more where that came from, and allowing that to give you a sense of peace. So as you look around the world and you see challenges at times, allowing yourself to know this too shall pass. The sun always comes back up again tomorrow. It's okay for you to feel peace. And from a place of peace, you can allow yourself to make really good choices. As you allow yourself to feel more and more comfortable with abundance, allowing yourself to know that it's safe for you to make good financial choices. It's okay for you to make good financial choices. And you're worthy and deserving of the benefits of that. Allow yourself to trust that more and more as we go even deeper now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before. With much more of a pot of gold mentality. Just feeling more peace, feeling more confident. More confident that you're worthy and deserving of abundance, more confident in your ability to achieve it and experience it. And that's a win-win situation because you can share that with others. You can share with them how to have more of a prosperity mindset. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into that ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. Now I go back down to 0, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Count up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well-being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake, and welcome back. And thank you so much for joining me for this, because the more you can allow yourself to let go of financial stress, the more that clears financial stress in the world. And financial stress is one of the problems. That's what brings the stock market down, is people panicking. People feeling financial anxiety hurts the stock market. So when we feel more financial confidence, we all win. So allowing yourself to have that mindset benefits the world at large. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for tapping along with me. I hope you're already experiencing a greater freedom to feel better, do better, and live better. Now you can help me be of service to even more folks by clicking like, commenting, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel. Please and thank you. Be sure to get your free Success Beyond Belief program. Just click the link in the description box down below. And since nothing is so good it can't get better, I hope you'll allow yourself even greater freedom to succeed by tapping along with this video right here. Thanks.